Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy Shabrady, and you're listening to the Booty League podcast.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Booty League podcast, episode 3, joined by our very special guest, Jonathan.
Yep. You guys
For-
needed a superstar on the pod, and that's what you got.
yeah, we need you to come on, break down our resident trade expert. You know, we needed you on the pod this
I
episode.
would step it up our resident transaction expert.
That's
Uh-huh.
true. That's
Just
true.
all kinds of transactions. So
Yeah, well, glad you could join us.
Yep. We were supposed to be joined by someone else, but the spotlight ain't big.
Yeah.
It's not big enough for the two of us. So I'm glad he couldn't make it.
Yeah.
How's your league going? How's the season going for you so far, Jonathan?
Honestly, I don't think I've had a good start like this ever.
It's just
that
2-1.
I've never felt this good about a team before.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see if
see?
if Hurts bounces back. And I didn't realize you got the AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts stack.
Yeah.
Yep, just
You know.
secured it.
You need Kelsey to bounce back in a big way, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we can jump into that. Let's start off our usually a quick question, a little lighthearted. I kind of like looking around the league. What is everyone's quirk here? And maybe you can throw in a quirk from outside the league. And between the league, who is the strongest quirk?
Should I go first?
Yeah, go ahead, Jonathan. Be your guest.
Okay, so my personal quirk is just like a silent but deadly thing. I'm king of no word trades. I just send them out, send it in your inbox. I always send it. I try to do it like at 6 or 7 a.m. So people wake up to a treat. You look down, and you just got a little treat to wake up to. So that's what I do. I haven't done it yet. I've done one with Vin, but now that my roster's a little bit opened up, I'm gonna be sending out those trades for like 1 or 2 FAAB.
Very nice.
Recoup some of that 50 FAAB.
Yeah. That's light work, Tim.
That's light work.
That's like 25 transactions.
Yeah.
Yep. A little bit of grinding. That's all.
All right, David, what's your quirk?
I'm pretty sure Mike. Oh, and coming back to Jonathan's quirk, I'm pretty sure his he has on the doc here that his quirk is little words. I'm pretty sure during me and Jonathan's matchup, we didn't say a single word to each other. I think I gave him the early GGs. I mean, you're up by like 20. Give you or like 80. Gave you the early GGs, but I think that's the only words we spoke to each other.
I was very tempted to give the little early GG bag, but I didn't want to mess with the. I didn't want to play with the gods.
I know Chase and Jamar just need one more touchdown.
One more touchdown into OT. That would have been spicy there that last week.
Oh my god, dude! That day too, I was working and I was like not even checking it, and then I was pulling out some meds, and I put out my phone, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, sleeper, something that doesn't update. It just it thinks like they're like in the first quarter, and
yeah.
And I was like looking at this, I was like 80% chance to lose, and I dropped everything.
All right. Well, my quirk I think is I'm pretty sure I'm the Grim Reaper. I haven't had to for my own team, I think. But I haven't had to use this quirk too much on other people's teams. I haven't really been. I guess I should start needing it soon. If I go down 1 and 3, I'm gonna start using it soon. But it's a pretty powerful quirk, and they usually end up getting hurt for the entire season. So I try not to use it too much.
Okay.
I forgot about that quirk. You're right. That is your quirk.
I could, Brees Hall this week could be done, but it's indiscriminate, which is why I picked up Tank. That's why I picked up Tank Bigsby, dude.
Just in case you get some collateral damage. My quirk is praying to Broden. I preach his prayers all the time. And I didn't get to lift the last 2 Sundays, and I lifted this Sunday, and I won. So I don't know. Hopefully we can keep this thing going. Other quirks we got to point out. Royce's has got to be the sleeping quirk. Everyone knows that one. His team just goes off. when he's sleeping, and the second he wakes up, his team just implodes.
Yeah.
So, any other quirks you want to point out from our league?
I'm pretty sure Yi's quirk is like sacrifice of some sort because like it's like next man up for his team and they
Really?
get like they go off and then they like die. You know?
Yeah.
Like
And then it just next man up, you know, for
that
next
is
week.
the next man up at the next
Yeah.
week. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got some sort of sacrifice quirk going on his team.
Other than that, you gotta say, is Nick the original early GG'er?
I wouldn't go as far as to say he invented the early GGs. I'd say he definitely popularized it,
Okay,
you
okay.
know, in our league. Definitely.
And yeah, so with that being said, I think the strongest quirk has got to be Royce, man. Royce would be
Mhm.
sleeping at some random ass times, and he has like 40 points from a player, like shit like that. So,
Yeah. I would
um,
say I don't know I don't know what you would call Topher's quirk, but you know, Topher's on paper his team is just I don't know, it's just terrible, but he's 3 and
yeah,
0. I don't know what type of quirk you would call that.
It happened last year too. He had a pretty bad team and he just kept winning.
I think it's like he starts out hot. I think that's his
Um,
quirk. He's like he'd probably go like 4 and 0 and then
just need to
fizzle
go
out.
50. You know?
almost like a ignorance is bliss kind of quirk. Like he just
Yeah.
doesn't know better, just kind of goes out there. He's like, this is what I got.
Yeah.
No,
We just play for it.
Doesn't panic.
I would say his quirk is he's an excellent drafter. That's how
Okay.
he gets off to such a hot start, you know.
Mm.
But
Mhm.
terrible in season manager.
And he was in the. Don't count him out just yet. He
Not
was in the booty last year.
yeah.
So, all right, let's jump into our week 2 payout videos. We don't have any videos yet. They do owe before the next week starts. So, Mike Mo put up his poll. Is he 3-0 or is he booty bound or 0-3? Jonathan Topher voted no. Topher voted late too. Topher
Yeah.
voted like
I think it's
Monday before the Monday game, and then Mark Mo won. So Jonathan Topher 0-1
That's
shot.
pretty funny.
Ryan and Chris had Ryan was on the pod last week, so we had a 2 on that, and Ryan lost, so Ryan's gonna send in 2 eventually. You want to take your shot right now?
I'll do mine right now.
All right. So we got Jonathan taking his live.
And then
Gotta pour a
No
little
one
bit more.
else?
wait,
That's a
don't me and you need to
35%.
take a shot, Chris?
Oh yeah, and then we have to take one as well. We'll just take one right now together because Ryan did beat us on. We'll talk about that. Ryan did beat us on the projections. He did a great job that week. Just I'll jump into this a little bit later. All right.
All right, cheers, boys.
Cheers,
All
man.
right. Cheers.
What are you drinking, David? I know John's drinking the old fashioned.
I got
Cheers.
Tito's. Actually, I have cranberry juice, so I guess it would be a vodka cran.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Jumping into our breaking news waiver wires. Anything over 10 here. Nick, Minnesota D for 41. Total bids 3. Ryan Vin, the next closest at 8. David got Jordan Addison at 38 costs, 3 bids. Mike Bull, the next closest at 17. I heard some comments about that. We'll hear soon. David Roshan Johnson, 18, 4 bids. Jonathan was the next closest at 11. Mike Mo Emmanuel Wilson for 17. The next closest was 2. That doesn't feel too good. James finally getting the guy he wanted for Isaiah Likely's 14, about 60 fab
holy,
cheaper, right? He
that's
bid
true.
74 last time, so about 60 fab cheaper or something like that. Jonathan bid 8. Mike Mo 14. Alan Lazard. No, Justin Fields. Ryan Alan Lazard for 12. Vince Cole Kmet for 11. Pretty close on that one. I think Vince feels really good getting 11 compared to Ryan's 9. David, what are your initial thoughts on this fab? You spent a lot here, so anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, I guess I can talk about my own. Okay, first off, Jordan Addison. For a 38, you know, I knew I needed a number that would beat out Michael. Actually, I didn't know that Jonathan drafted him and then dropped him, and when I heard that he was gonna come back, you know, he had a nice half with Sam Darnold, and I am a Vikings believer. They're for real, or at least for the regular season.
Yeah, they're
I
nice.
I think they're for real, and maybe it's not like I think it's more of like a Brock Purdy type of deal where Sam is like a game manager and he just fits really well in the scheme. And so, having the number two I had Jordan Addison last year too, so and I traded him to Michael, and so there's that connection there. And so I just thought like, what is that's what is like around 40 fab is what 20% of my budget.
Mhm.
And so, if he's and I didn't really have any wide receiver depth because I traded it all away, and so I'm just trying to rebuild that bench back. And I think Jordan Addison would be a nice wait and see piece for my bench. I do think I overpaid a little bit, but I'm still trying to build out my bench with the Roshan and the Jordan Addison because I made a couple 2-for-1 trades to Royce, and so I'm just trying to get a couple lottery picks in, get a couple wait and see in because our waiver wires are usually pretty barren.
Yeah.
And so chances like these don't really come too often to maybe get like a running back 2 or a wide receiver 2 slash flex eventually. I think it would help out my team.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I was upset about it, because I had to drop someone to pick up Chiefs on like Monday night or something like that.
Mhm.
But like, even my fucked up mind would be like, I would trade Jordan Addison for like $5 and pick up Chiefs for like 8 and still be happier with it than to pick up Chiefs for 0. Just even though it's like a -3 loss, it just feels good to like get a little bit of fab in some kind of trade.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
Jordan Addison was Michael's guy. You definitely should have banged his line.
Yeah.
All right.
You dropped him week 1 too, though, right?
No, I dropped them 4 days, like a couple days ago.
Oh, really?
I dropped it on Monday night. Yeah.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna throw you guys in the loop here because hopefully our guests can come on and kind of join us. So you made a comment about David made a comment about how he spent 20% of his fab, kind of seeing if he can get this wide receiver flex, so on and so forth. So we're gonna play a game here, okay?
Oh,
We're gonna jump
wow.
into our game here. We're gonna go to the fab.
Oh.
We're gonna go to the
We're gonna
fab
go
time
straight to the
machine.
game.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think this goes well with it, and it will
I
represent.
see.
back
We
to
didn't
the
even
league.
break down the rest. We're not even we're just gonna skip over Nick spending $40 on a defense. But yeah, let's just get right into it.
Oh, did you guys have more comments? Because yeah,
No,
Nick
no.
spending 41.
No,
I
no.
just thought we should mention it.
The
'cause-
numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I think you saw me. This is a traditional Nick tilter here. Maybe he's tired of looking at Nick's the D, maybe a little reflection of his record as well. But you're gonna see some things about Nick here. All right, let's jump into our fab time machine. I just want to kind of bring it back to last year for a little bit. So you guys are gonna be playing for a shot here. You guys didn't know
One
this,
shot.
all right?
All right.
All right, you guys are gonna get a point. 1 point, the closest without going over. You're gonna have to keep track of your points as well. Okay, so closest without going over. So in week 2, I'm gonna look at higher bids, about 20% here, and then I'm gonna throw a name out there, and you're gonna tell me the cost. Okay.
In week 2.
Well, I'm gonna go through the weeks here.
Oh, okay.
I'm a couple
Of
weeks
this season.
no, last season.
Last season. Okay,
All
oh,
right,
that's fun. That's fun.
All right.
Okay.
So just to kind of throw out some names, like, damn, we spent this much on this guy.
Sorry, no, the number's gonna be high.
All right. So first, we got in week 2, you got Nick claiming Joshua Kelly.
Oh, I know this.
Joshua Kelly. All right. Do you have? Let's start.
Oh shit.
Write it down. If you can, kind of put it down somewhere just so you're not
Alright.
cheating. You're not like you're not gonna go like, oh, I'm gonna undercut this person just underneath
Let
one.
me
So
go.
just so you can be a little more honorable. All right, go and write your number down. We got Nick, week 2 of last year, Joshua Kelly.
Okay.
All right.
Joshua Kelly.
I got mine. Are
All
we gonna
right.
go one by one, or are we gonna go?
One by one. So let's start with
okay.
David. Go ahead. David, go first.
I think Joshua Kelly went for like $70, 70-ish.
70. 70.
I
what
guess-
did you get?
70.
I guess 38.
38. It was 71.
Oh,
David.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god.
It was a
Alright.
crazy number. I remember that one.
Also in week 2. So we're talking about
$70.
beginning of the year. We're like, all right, we need somebody, whatever. All right.
What did he finish? I want to know what he finished. Does it say? Do you have what he finished that year?
I feel like he
I don't
got hurt.
I I don't have a finish for that year.
Let's see.
I don't have a finish for the year. All right. Well, he pulls
He
that up.
finished 60.
60, so not even close. He's 75. He's about like 35%. All right, we got Topher. Week 2 as well.
Topher. Damn.
Justice Hill.
He only scored 4 points in week 2, and he dropped 70.
All right.
Wait, who was it? Who's the next one?
Topher on Justice Hill.
I think it was because Mike Will got hurt.
Or Eckler, right? I think Eckler had ankle sprain, right? Whatever. All right, so Topher, Justice Hill. What do you got here? Go ahead and write down your number.
Okay, I got it.
You guys got it?
Okay.
All right, let's start with Jonathan this time. Jonathan, what did you guess?
66.
66.
I got 43.
Closest without going over. Unfortunately, it was 60. So David gets another point here.
60.
Oh, let's go.
60. All right.
Damn.
And you know, I'm gonna bring this one out just because it's a high profile one from last year. Became a top rounder. We got Michael claiming Puka Nacua.
He claimed him?
He claimed Puka Nacua in week 2. How much FAAB did Michael spend on Puka Nacua?
Michael's actually not that bad at this thing. I thought he
Yep.
drafted. Wow. He claimed him?
Okay, I got it. I remember. I think I remember.
Okay.
I think I was pissed that I didn't.
Okay.
Did I go?
Oh yeah, your turn. Go ahead.
I got 42.
42 from
For
David.
Puka.
Jonathan, what you got?
Oh, I guess 8.
8?
Yeah,
It was 48. So David gets another point.
I'm a beast at this, dude. What the frick?
Yeah, so here's
that's because I put in a bid and I put like a $20 bid and I was like pissed the whole season.
All right, here. Joshua Cull at 71. The next closest was Mike Moore at 25. Justice Hill at 60. The next closest was myself at 33. Michael got Puka for 48. Vintuk 44. James 44. Nick 41. Timmy 39. David 38. Chris 36. So that's a feels good for Michael right there.
Yeah,
that's definitely feels good.
And he panned out. He panned out.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, you ready for this one?
You gonna get on the scoreboard, Jonathan?
Oh my god. Okay, I'm locking in right now. I'm locking in.
All right. Week 3. We're moving on to week 3. Another big bid here. Timmy. Pierre Strong.
Browns running back.
Browns running back. How many FAAB? Timmy, Pierre Strong, Browns running back. What was the cost here?
I'm pretty sure you picked up Pierre Strong multiple times.
Jonathan's gonna go first here.
All right, I got my guess.
Dave, you got yours?
30,
yeah, I got it.
I guess 36.
Go ahead.
I did 27.
Jonathan on the board. 38.
Yeah. 38.
Wow.
So that week, Timmy picked up Pierre Strong and Kareem Hunt for 38 because Nick Chubb went down. You got Timmy. The notes in this, I think, was either from me or from David. Huh? Who? What the? And then Nick was close to Kareem Hunt.
I think it turned out it was Jerome Ford that got the.
Yeah, got the start. All right.
So he wasted. He got 2 out of 3, and he didn't get it.
Nope.
Just feels bad.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's why he got the toilet again. All right, we're moving on to week 4 here. The biggest bid here. Myself, Chris claimed Joshua Palmer. How much did I spend on Joshua Palmer?
Week 4.
Week 4, Joshua Palmer.
Week 4.
Bro, y'all keep getting fooled by these Chargers wide receivers.
Shit.
Week 4.
I think he did okay at the end of the year though. But yeah, we definitely got fooled. All right, David, you're first.
I don't have a number. Let me think. Week 4, Joshua Palmer.
If you go first, you don't have to write it down because
All
then
let's
just
go,
the person going second has to write it down.
Let's go $52.
52.
I got 33.
33. It was 69.
69?
69.
Oh my god.
I definitely overspent it.
Yars.
I think Mike Will tore his ACL for the year. Keenan was also hurt.
Yeah, Keenan was hurt. Yeah.
And then so Topher got 34, Nick 29, and Michael 25. Knee, bring out the big bucks here. Courtland Sutton.
Oh, dude, I should get this. I think I remember
Courtland
this.
Sutton.
I think I remember this.
All right. Jonathan's first, so he doesn't have to write it down. David does have
70
to write it down.
Oh, I was just say it 72.
72. Dave, what do you got?
I was gonna go. I was under that, so I didn't have a number yet, but like around the 50s.
All right. I'm not gonna give it to David because
He
around
kind of
50s is
influenced
too
me. He
big.
kind of influenced
Yeah,
me.
I'm sorry.
sorry. That's my fault.
He
That's my fault. I
influenced
should give you more
Yeah.
time. Need Cortland Sutton for $56.
I'll give it to
Uh,
David. That's pretty good. That
Need-
72 is
all
way
right.
too high.
Need was no, excuse me. Topher was the next closest at 18, so that was it feels bad. All right. Jumping into this one. This one's early. Week 5. Mike Moe, Detroit defense. Week 5.
Detroit defense.
This
week
can't go
5.
more than.
Detroit defense.
It's not like it was like New England who went off. I don't even remember the Detroit defense. They didn't even have Aiden Hutchinson yet.
This is a trick question for sure.
Mike
Okay.
Moe,
Detroit defense.
All right.
Detroit defense.
I got mine.
Detroit
You-
defense.
David's got his.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
$15.
$15.
I guess 33 only. Go ahead. 33.
35.
Oh,
Mike Moe in week 5,
wow.
Detroit D. Royce and Nick both bid 3.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean,
So the
the week
next
5
closest
was a.
there.
Oh, no, the week 5 was a good hit because I was like, Mick Mo was like 0-5 at this point, right? So he's like, he's probably
desperate.
really tilted.
And I just want to bring up how Nick is just probably tilted 1 into his team's high power rankings. Like, I'm gonna get this fucking Minnesota defense, right? 41.
Same feeling.
Yeah. Let's jump into week 7 here. James picks up Zach Evans. I don't even know what team he was on.
Zach Evans. That's a
What
that's
team
a
is he on
football player?
now?
I have no. I want to say he was the Bengals running back at the time.
No, yeah, I want to see.
I think you
But
think
then
about Chris Evans.
Yeah, am I thinking about Chris Evans? Yeah.
Am I tripping?
Zach Evans. Is he Colt? I think
No,
he was
he's a
Colts.
running back. He's a running
He's
back.
Colts,
Zach
right?
Evans is a running back.
I think he was Colts last year.
What did you play at last year? I don't even know.
I think it was Colts. Okay, week 7, Nick Zach Evans. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Week 7, James Zach Evans.
Oh, James Zach Evans.
There was 8 bids on this.
All
There's
right.
8 bids on this.
Oh.
You know what? I could be wrong, but I wrote down Zach Evans.
All right.
Okay. All right.
This
I got
mystery player, Zach Evans.
Like, we have no clue who this guy is right now. So
It's just name. Is had 1 year in the league. All right, I put $40.
one. I put 44.
44. $40, 44. James, 42.
Oh,
40. Oh wow, we
let's
split the
go.
difference. Oh wow.
So, Ryan, 33. Vin, 27. David, 26. Timmy, 24. Was it Chris Evans? Did you bid on Chris Evans or Zach Evans? David, because David was in the runnings for this too.
Bro, Zach Evans sounds familiar.
It was
but
Zach
I
Evans. It was
have
Zach
no-
Evans.
I have no fucking clue. So I'm just kind of bringing up like
He was on the
David,
Rams, dude. He was on the Rams last year.
they kind of get hurt or something like that.
Yeah,
That's
his
gotta be right.
42 Zach Evans on the Rams.
So
Who is this guy?
yeah, I'm just like, man, like look at the people we're spending money on. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this ends up being nobody's. We're just trying to get a lottery ticket here.
Dude.
All right, let's go. 2 more good ones to end off the year here. You know what? We'll go with 3 because I don't know about this. All right, we'll go 3 more. Week 8. We're rolling into week 8. Would you guys say Dak did pretty well last year?
Yeah, Dak did
Yeah.
pretty well.
So I picked up Dak in week 8. How much did I spend on Dak?
All right, I got
Chris
it.
picks up Dak Prescott.
This is too easy.
How much did I spend on Dak?
Okay, I got mine.
You got yours?
Yeah.
All right. And
I
then
guess 22.
22,
$13.
13. I bet 35. Jonathan did
35.
3 here. So, what's crazy was 0 other bids on Dak.
What?
Yeah, I think I ended up trying to like trade Patrick Mahomes, and
I
thought
remember that.
I thought
Oh,
I
okay.
thought Yee was gonna pick him up, and I was playing him, and I was like, and he ended up helping me out. All right, on the another good pickup this year, week 8. So you got rookie players. Week 8, this person gets picked up. James picks up Dalton Kincaid.
Oh, that's a good one.
James
That's a
picks up
good
Dalton
one.
Kincaid
Week
in Week
That's a
8.
good.
8. So
That's a good
it's
one.
only week. We're rolling to Week 4. We have
Yeah.
a top 5 tight end here. James picks up Dalton Kincaid. Who do you got? How much did he spend on? How much did James spend on Dalton
That's a
Kincaid?
good one. I got mine.
27.
I put 22.
22. It was excuse me, 26. So
Oh,
Oh,
damn, that's crazy.
all
that's
right.
that's a good deal.
All right. So yeah, with that being said, I think I had more. I just didn't want to spend too much time. I had more just in case we spent about a little bit of time on this segment. But David pulls this out 6 versus Jonathan's 4.
I thought we only got 4. It felt like David got
Yeah.
all of them.
But yeah, I just kind of want to bring up, the fab that we're spending, just to highlight that.
Just to highlight all the trash that we're picking
Yeah.
up.
And also like just kind of like the spending. I think let's say 71, right? You got Nick in week 2, Chris 69 in week 4, week 5 about 35. James kind of brings it back up. You got 42 for Zach Evans. Mike Moe picks up Craig Reynolds 37. Then I was at 35 in week 8, but just kind of looking at spending in our league. So just kind of throwing out fab, making more fab more competitive, seeing who's really out there, where we're taking our shots on, and yeah, that was a little snapshot from last year.
All right, that was
That was a good. That was a good game.
We spend a lot of money as a league, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. All right. With that being said, I was hoping our guest would get on. He said he'd get on about this time. Hopefully, he jumps in here. Let's start this off. I timestamped everything. This was an exciting day. Was it Tuesday? Right before waivers.
Oh, I see it.
3:12 p.m. First trade goes in. Jonathan's been in DMs. I'm sure he's been in DMs all day. Royce is like, I feel betrayed. I'm like, damn, I thought I got something. David, I don't know what his reaction was. But Jonathan receives AJ Brown. Topher receives Devin Singletary, Nico Collins, and 50 Fab. David, go ahead and break this down first. What were you thinking here?
When the trade, actually, funny enough, when the trade initially happened, I was in a call with Vin, and so the trade went through, and then I'm talking to Vin, and then Vin was like, "What the fuck?" Jonathan offered me that same exact trade for I think Tyreek Hill, was it?
Yeah,
Except
Tyreek.
no 50 fab. But the thing was that Vin said that he would accept it when he got home because he was driving
Yeah,
at the time.
Oh,
And then so
no.
that he came in like fully expecting that he would get like this trade done when he got home, right? But then when he checked his phone, it's Jonathan for some reason got AJ Brown and then gave away 50 fab. And it was funny because Vin was saying that, bro, if Jonathan offered me 50 fab on top, I would have pulled over right there and I would have just accepted the trade right there. And so I think Vin felt a little betrayed,
Oh,
but I guess he was
man.
in talks with a lot of other people too.
Yeah. Well,
You can break it down afterwards because it's yours.
yeah.
I thought this was a great trade. I like AJ Brown coming off the hamstring. He's the alpha there. Devin Singletary's a good matchup. I feel like a good match. If unfortunately he didn't pan out. I was really hoping to kind of secure Devin Singletary to use him this week too. I think I was trying to talk to you about him. Nico Collins is great, and Topher gets his 50 fab, which isn't a problem for Jonathan. I think he's going to recoup that. 2 here, 5 there, whatever it is. So 50 fabs. With that being said, I would say I like Topher's. I like Topher's side. This week being said, Devin Singletary giving him 4, a little bit hindsight there. I think it's a little more even. So I was gonna give Topher an A, Jonathan a B. I would give them both Bs now. Pretty even trade for the most part.
Yeah.
Royce put in work on this. Our guest put in work on this stuff. So I just kind of want to read it. I thought it was interesting. From Royce, I think Jonathan was one of the teams that had the expendable pieces to make a bigger trade to injury-ridden teams. I was working on a 3-teamer with them, and Jonathan went behind my back to deal with Chris. B bias for Jonathan because he sacrificed depth for bye week hell. Next week, and the 50 fat was pretty fat. B for Chris because he filled some holes on his injured roster. You can go ahead and peel back the curtain here.
So I guess I was talking to Royce already. I was talking to a lot of people because I think with my team I had like I just had way too many good pieces on my bench, and like I hate when you have to like think about it the whole week, like who to start, who to bench. It's like I just want mindless. Like I know my guys, I'll just start them. Like I don't want to think about it because then it ends up like you make mistakes and then you think about it. It's like it's the worst feeling in the world. So I was like, let me just trade some of my running backs that people need. And I
It's
like
because you were salty last week because
I know,
you
it's
had
all the-
Nico on the bench.
I had Nico on the bench. That's it.
We're really
Yeah.
feeling that.
It tilts me like no other. When like that's why like when it was like they went like you mentioned some comment like they went back and so Jake Elliott kicked like a longer field goal. It's like I don't even want the points because like I want it so like if I made the switch it wouldn't have even mattered anyway. But the fact that I got the points and if I didn't manager diff myself I would have won. So that I just want mindless starting benching and
See.
But the other side of that, when you say you want mindless starting benching, I think the good thing about having that depth is that even though they're scoring on your bench, at least they're not scoring for another team, right?
Yeah. And that was like, I know Royce feels betrayed, but I didn't mind trading this package to my brother because I think if my brother makes the playoffs, it takes a spot from someone else who I would be more afraid of. So that's like, I was like, it's okay that I gave it to him because like, I think his team is more manageable if I see it. Like if I'm lining up across the field against someone, like I always feel confident lining up against my brother, but against some other teams, I'd be a little bit worried. And so I offered him Devin Singletary and Nico for AJ Brown, and he said he would think about it. And I just said, I'll give you 50 FAAB, and he's like, all right, done. So he did the same thing as Vin. He just pulled over on the side of the road and did it. And I was like, I know my brother, if he doesn't say yes right away, he's gonna say no. So I just had to give him just write him a fat check. I gave him a blank check and just write whatever you want on it.
Yeah, you said everyone has a number.
Everyone has a number. Yep.
All right. So I'm sure that gets everyone's ears ringing. Okay, let me see what's up.
Okay.
Let me see what's up. And then
The trade wins are moving
Jonathan,
today.
you also lost. You also lost that game, so you gotta take a shot real quick while I explain this one. So
that's true.
trade wins are booming a little bit. I'll take one with you though. But Royce receives Zamir White. David receives Tank Bigsby, and I see this. I'm like, huh? But you know what? I'm like, David doesn't even want this fool on his team. Like, get this guy off my team. Cheers. So I'm just thinking, I'm like, man, all right, that's not that bad. At least this is handcuff or something, right? Like, he's like, I can't play this guy. I don't even like watching this guy play. Is that what you're thinking, David?
Talking about Zamir or Tank?
Yeah, Zamir.
Bro, Zamir is so stinky, dude. I didn't even want him. It's because I did a 2-for-1 with Michael, and he just gave him to me. And then so I didn't even want him, and then it's like a new coaching regime. I gotta get rid. He's now a running back that I want my boys, right? And so what's funny is that I guess Royce was looking for a running back too because he was rolling like some random lineup out last
DeAndre
week.
Swift, which was even
DeAndre
Swift and Zamir White are like
I
the
might
worst
go
running backs.
Zamir White to be honest if I chose between those two, but I think. And then he was like, David, what you want? He's like, price check on Zamir White. And I thought, like, in my head, bro, give me $5 and a bag of chips. But then I was like looking up and down his roster. I'm like, I don't mind getting my handcuff back. So I was like, oh, give me Tank Bigsby. He's like, done. And so he took him from me. And I'm like, I wasn't even thinking about the trade. He just said, Tank Bigsby for Zamir. I'm like, okay, and then we just traded.
What'd you think, Jonathan? Transaction expert here.
You both just took a shit on your hands and just shook hands. Like basically, when I saw this, I was like, there's no point. And I was like, wait, it was like this disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, if Travis goes, it's just the Jaguars that are disgusting, right? I think if Travis goes down, I think Tank is a nice back. I think he's a nice fill-in. But
he's worth being rostered, I think.
Yeah, he's just like a high-end handcuff, to be honest. Like a Braylon, I guess a tier below Braylon Allen, but yeah.
All right. So second trade. All right, trade wins are really blowing now. I'm sure people are texting, messaging. I'm sure there's all kinds of shit going on. All right, 619. we see the third plane hit.
The third plane hits the third tower.
So David receives Drake London, Chris receives Zach Moss, and Roma Dunze. So, you know what, Jonathan, go ahead and break this down since you're neutral to this.
Yeah, honestly, this is like the type of trade that like it just hits. I think hits for everyone. I think the people in the trade can't complain. I think the people in the league can't complain either way. It's just a nice. I think it's just a nice trade all around. But it hits both hits both teams' needs. Zach Moss, I guess, is pretty nice. Roma Dunze is pretty nice, and then Drake London. I'm a big Drake London fan, so I think David wins slightly, but I think Chris gets what he needs because I don't know who you were running in. Oh yeah, you were running out like Deontay Foreman last week, so this is just a hit.
Yeah, I'm hurrying over there.
Yeah.
I'm hurrying over there.
Yeah, and Zach Moss should have a good game this week.
Yeah.
I'm definitely trading for a win. I'm hoping. I know Dunze's schedule opens up, and then Zach Moss has been getting the usage.
Mhm.
So yeah, I like to. I'm like, please, Lamong, please give me a running back too.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And then I know, like, I didn't want to get rid of Amon Ra. Like, I didn't. I just look at everyone's roster. I'm like, no one's gonna give me a running back I really want and a wide receiver back for Amon Ra, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Maybe I can get off this Drake London train while I can.
Yeah.
It looks like they're starting to click a little bit. So I am kind of bummed. Like,
I'm hopping right on.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know, I was like, okay, so I guess peeling back the curtain for me. Let me jump right in here. Alice was next to me. Yeah. So Chris sent me the trade around like 4:00, and then I was like working, and I'm like, let me get home at 6, and then let me like go over the data and then see like the news, right? I don't want to make the snap judgment because I'm high on Odunze, and he was supposed to be my keeper.
Yeah.
And I like Caleb, and I think Chicago just needs to get Caleb just needs more reps under him. I think he'll be fine. And Zach Moss did just come off his best game, so I don't think I would feel confident playing him, so I was okay with letting him go. And so I come home, I'm like, all right, Alice, what do you think of Zach Moss and Roma Dunze for Drake London? And her being a Drake London owner last year, she said, hell no. And then I'm like, okay, but he has a different quarterback now. Kirk Cousins is his quarterback, and she's like, okay, tell me more. I'm like, he has like the high first read option rate, one of the highest, and he got targeted in the end zone because he's a big body. He's really tall, and she's like, all right, I'm liking what I'm hearing. It seems like his situation is a little different this year. I think you should take it. And then so I'm like, all right. But I pretty much just convinced her to
convince herself, her and yourself.
Yeah.
She didn't ask the questions like, what about Zach Moss?
Yeah, she didn't even ask about She didn't even ask about Zach Moss. She just heard the name Drake London. She said, hell no.
Do you guys not do that league where she's in?
No, she has her own team. I think she has her own team, but she doesn't really know players outside of her team.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much. So she's like, I think you should do the trade, and then so I'm like, okay, let's just do the trade because I'm high on Kirk Cousins. I like Kirk Cousins. He looked good the last 2 games. He's kind of stepping in the pocket. He has to pass. He can't run, and and so I think I'm hopping on this Atlanta train at the right time. I'm a believer. I hope Kirk Cousins does well, and I think Atlanta's looking good. And so I'm hopping on the train when Chris is hopping off. And what really solidified it for me, because after the trade, I'm still not feeling that good, right? Because it's a little murky. Then I get like a newsletter in my inbox, right? And then so then the next day's edition of the fantasy newsletter is like 5 reasons why Drake London is a buy low right now, and I'm like, let's fucking go.
Yeah, I think you know who in the offense I'm actually really high on though. I'm actually really high on Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I was hoping. I was like, fuck, like I would like Darnell Mooney, but I'm freaking playing Royce this week. So I was
Mhm.
hoping to trade Drake and get Mooney, and then I fucked up my calculations. But that's besides the point. All right, 8 minutes later, another trade.
8 minutes.
Oh man, Royce receives Deontay Johnson, Chuba Hubbard, and $5. Jonathan receives Jalen Hurts, Zamir White. David, what do you think?
It's either Royce hates Jalen Hurts
Mhm.
or Royce just really believes in Andy Dalton, and I can't decide which. I wish he was here, then he could break it down which one he really believes in. You know, when backups come in, they always almost have like a great if they're worth anything, if they're like a middling backup, they almost always have like a great game. Like the first game they come in is
Mhm.
like really good, unless you suck like you're Skylar Thompson. But like
Yeah.
generally, backups come in. I feel like it happens way more often than it should. It's like maybe like a 30% hit rate of backups coming in and goes off.
Mhm.
And so, you know, we all hear the hype on Deontay Johnson and Andy Dalton and the Carolina offense really clicking. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's a dysfunctional franchise. So I think Royce has just gotten burned by Jalen Hurts too many times. I think he's just down on Jalen Hurts. And I think Jonathan is definitely getting a steal if Jalen Hurts gets his weapons back and returns like to a to what we know he can do like from last year.
All right. Yeah. You know
I'm
what?
just ignoring Zamir White, by the way. Zamir White and $5 is the same to me.
Yeah. Jonathan's gonna flip Zamir White in the next couple of weeks for like $10 or something like that. Someone's gonna like hurt a running back and then need a Zamir White, and he's like, all right, give me him for 10. He makes like a fifth of his money back, right? So yeah, you know what? I agree with you. I think Jonathan wins this trade. I like the Jalen Hurts side. He buffs up his team. I'm a big Jalen Hurts fan. Yeah, a little down week when he gets his weapons back. I think he will be fine. Um, and Jonathan can maneuver around that for in the meanwhile. Chuba is, I think if Royce doesn't win this week, this trade is not good for Royce. Right? You're talking about, I think Jonathan Brooks is coming back. If next thing you know, Andy Dalton like pumpkins, like he's done, right? Like it's not a good look. So Royce really needs a win from this to make it worth it. I A for Jonathan, B for Royce, because I actually do like those players for this week. I actually do like those players for this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we were talking, me and my brother and Royce trying to do a 3-team. I ended up just doing 2 separate trades with them. I still like Anthony Richardson. I actually was Chris knows I was trying to trade Anthony Richardson for Lad McConkey because Royce was hesitant on this because he's getting 2 Panthers. It's like anytime you get like a stack, it's kind of odd, and it's a stack from the Panthers, who they look good last week, but they're still the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. It's not CMC. It's not CMC or Uke or something like that, right?
So he's feeling a little bit like iffy about it. But I like Jalen Hurts, especially with AJ Brown. Just to have the stack. I think for Royce, I think he liked this because I play him week 5 and Jalen Hurts is on bye, so it helps him like in 2 different ways. Like I can't play Jalen Hurts against him, and it hurts me that week against him. But yeah, it was just like 2 guys who I don't think I'd ever play in my lineup, even if they are playing well. Because I got 3 running backs and 3 wide receivers. I think I would play semi-comfortably over these guys anyway. And then the 5 and Zamir White was just like, we already agreed for the 2-for-1, but then I was like, you got to give me someone. He offered Zamir. I gave him $5 for being a good sport about it because we already agreed on the trade. And I was like, I just give you 5 just to make you feel better. And he threw in Zamir White. And Zamir White, he fucking stinks, but
he gets work.
He gets work. He gets work. He gets work. So it's like, I can't complain. So and I got Jalen Hurts in my other league, so it's like it feels good just to like root for one quarterback. It's like
Yeah.
All right. I didn't timestamp this one, but a 5th trade comes in. Royce receives Baker Mayfield. Dave receives $10. I was wondering what he would do when he traded Jalen Hurts away. How is he going to push his quarterback? And I thought there was better players out there, in my opinion.
How dare you?
Yeah. I thought he was.
If you're gonna stream, like might as well stream. Let David drop them and then pick them up later or something like that.
Yeah. Like pick up like Sam Darnold for like $8 or something like
Yeah.
Go
that, and
pick
just
up
like wait
Andy Dalton and you really get
or
that
Andy Dalton.
stack
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
going.
get the stack in.
Get the
Yeah.
stack.
It's like
We have
18
we have the stack at home, and it's Andy Dalton and Deontay Johnson.
So I think David wins this A. Royce gets like a C. Like he's not bad,
Yeah.
but yeah. Do you agree, Jonathan?
Yeah, I agree. Just like what you get, like maybe Baker gets you 18 points versus like 16 points from Sam Darnold or Andy Dalton. Like
Yeah.
just wait and see. The 2 points, if it kills you, it kills you. But like just wait a little bit.
David, how did this trade come about?
Royce actually reached out to me and he's like, I might need Baker from you, and so I was like, oh, he's probably gonna try trading Jalen Hurts or something.
So this is prior. This is
This is prior to the trade
Okay.
going through, and so he's like, I might need Baker, and I'm like, okay, I was gonna drop him, and like this guy's gonna take two of the guys I'm gonna try. Like, it feels nice to come for them to seek you out, and so I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't have
You
to
feel
try.
that rush? You feel that rush when you're about
Yeah.
to drop someone and you get something from them?
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, let's just give me $10. I don't want to scare him away. And then so we just did the deal real quick, and then yeah, I think I dealt the 3 trades this week. 2 of them were really quick. One of them I had to really
Sit
mull
down and think
over.
about it.
Yeah.
All right. Let me
Oh yeah,
break
you
this
did have 3 trades.
Let me break this up in summary because Royce had multiple trades, Jonathan had multiple trades, and David had multiple trades. I was hoping Royce would be on, but Royce gives up Tank Bigsby, 5 FAABs, Jalen Hurts, in total, right? I think after all the summation of it, what he receives is Baker Mayfield, Deontay Johnson, and Chuba Hubbard. Jonathan gives up a haul here. We got Devin Singletary, Nico Collins, Deontay Johnson, Chuba Hubbard, and I want to say 55 FAAB.
Damn.
Is that correct? I think I did the math wrong.
55, yeah, 55.
55 FAAB, and what he receives is Jalen Hurts, Zamir White, and AJ Brown.
That doesn't seem worth
Yeah,
it.
that doesn't feel good when you put it like that. When you put it like that, it don't feel that good.
I just gotta kind of sum it up. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of action going on. Everyone's like Michael's like, oh, dude. Michael's like, hey, let me get in. You got David shaming him. You got Nick shaming him. Like, everyone in a piece of some action. All right, what David gives up? He gives up Baker Mayfield, Zach Moss, Roma Dunzi, Zamir White. He receives Drake London, Tank Bigsby.
That also
and $10
doesn't sound too good.
$10.
Yeah, when I look at this, David looks like he came up the most. Because it's like David traded 4 guys he wouldn't start for $10 and Drake London.
and a handcuff, right?
And his handcuff, yeah.
But this is the summary of it. Like looking at that whole day, everyone's
All
just
in a day's
whoa,
work.
what's in it? Here we go. This is the summary of these 3 traders. Looking at this, how do you feel about your trade, Jonathan?
It looks bad in the group, like if you put the whole picture, but it's like I can't start Dingleberry or Hubbard. Like
that's true. We're not looking at your roster. We are not looking at your roster. We're just
Like,
looking at it in a vacuum, right?
Yeah. Because Jordan Mason and Hubbard are good on the same timeline. Like until Brooks comes back and CMC, it's like I wouldn't be able to play him. And then I mean Nico, I adore Nico. He was my keeper. Like he's been good to me. Like he comes home. Like I come home after a long night of cheating on him, and then I trade him. It's just like he's been good to me. And then Deontay Johnson is just like I feel like I had to do these trades this week because I felt like I was trading high on 3 of those guys. Like Deontay Johnson, Chuba Hubbard, Devin Singletary, all had good weeks last week. Like the time to trade them was now, and and not wait for another week of stats.
Yeah.
And then the FAAB, like you spend most of the good FAAB in the first 2 weeks. I figured like even if the FAAB it doesn't matter. Even if I don't get it back, it's like everyone's overpaying at this point because you have too much money and the waiver is barren.
We talked about the FAAB earlier in that game, right? You had like no one really spent 40. It was like 70, 60, like these high numbers, and then it kind of tapers off anyways. David, what are your thoughts about your week?
Yeah, I mean, definitely trading Zach Moss and Roma Dunze on like their I guess you would call it boom weeks, and so their price value just goes down after this week, and maybe next. I think maybe you get one more good week out of them, but so just really trying to cash in on that. Maybe I hate to see Rome go, but that's the price of business, right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, feels good getting Zamir and Baker off my roster for something at least, because I thought this week's waiver wire was pretty good. And so yeah, always nice to pick up some new faces and not have like these players that just clog up your bench.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that was the summary spicy.
Damn. Yeah,
Um,
we're going a little long. So should we skip over the power rankings? Nothing really changed too
Yeah,
much.
I don't want to skip over the power rankings, but I do want to bring up things that kind of
Uh-huh.
suck for other players. If you listen to this, Ryan got 5 out of 6, which made us take a shot. The only reason Ryan didn't go 6 out of 6, forcing us to take 3 shots, was because he lost.
Should chill himself.
With that being said, David and I both had 4 out of 6 correct. Just to bring up things, Topher upsets the pod. We all had Nick winning with a 126. Oh, you know what? Actually, I might have fucked it up. I gotta change that then. Because Topher won 126.30 versus 114.98 on the backs of Kyron and Charbonnet. I know Nick was tilted off that. Dude, Juwan Johnson, my God, dude, I had like freaking half a point between 2 players carrying me into like this 3-point win. Dude, that was crazy. I had no business winning this week. I should be 0-3. Jonathan versus David. Dude, yeah, Joe Burrow and Chase made it respectable. J. Lou still rolls him.
One more.
By 11 points. You need
one
more stack, one more touchdown last minute.
One more good one.
You had it, yeah.
One more. I was like, if he gets 70 yards and a touchdown, it's enough. And then as soon as I saw them return it to like the 50-yard line, I'm like, oh, it's done.
No. 11's fine because you get 10 points from a Burrow. You started Burrow, right?
Yeah.
So a Burrow into Chase touchdown, that's 10 points.
Yeah,
so
you need like a 5-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
No. That's not counting the yardage that Jamar Chase got on that drive.
Oh, okay.
All
right. Vince Hook. Oh man, tough week for Vince Hook. You know, lost his best friend. Michael's just talking shit. Jaden Daniels, great rookie performance, beats him out by 3 points, 95-92. James beats on Royce. Royce didn't seem like he was sleeping enough. -2 from the Raiders defense. That was tough for him. And then 17 points from the Jets for James. Timmy versus Yee. Man, Yee's Monday Night Miracle.
Disgusting.
What the hell? Eckler, Cook, Allen, Higgins. Dude, pulls back the win, wins by 4. Like
that's a bad beat.
If one person doesn't score a touchdown, like Timmy's chilling.
Yeah.
Right? Like Eckler doesn't score a touchdown. Cook doesn't score a touchdown. Allen doesn't throw for another touchdown. He's chilling. So that was tough for Timmy. And I know I wanted Jonathan on because Jonathan has something to say about Yee. Like Jonathan's frustrated. How the fuck is Yee 2-1 right now, right?
No, he's 3-0.
Oh, excuse me, 3-0.
He's 3-0.
He should have lost this week, right? He had the last minute touchdown.
He
should have lost last week.
Yeah, James sat Alvin Kamara for whatever reason, right? So you got 0-3 there. And you guys saw the power rankings. We'll skip over that. Are we good there?
Yeah.
All right. So I just want to bring it up. I know y'all are gonna listen to it and then be frustrated about it. All right. So jumping into our first matchup, we got David versus Mike Mo. So I'll pull that. We do have a little cheat sheet here because Thursday night games did play at this time. Jake Ferguson has 7.4. I'll run through this, Jonathan. Tell me what you think otherwise, okay? Jaden Daniels versus Joe Burrow. I got Michael here. Do you agree?
Yep.
Brees Hall, Tony Pollard versus Etienne Jacobs. Oh man, 2 tough defenses here. I'm gonna go with Michael's side. Brees Hall, Tony Pollard.
I think this is pretty close. I'm not a fan of pushing, so I'll choose Brees Hall, Tony Pollard too.
Okay, agree. Looking at the wide receivers, I'm gonna say it's Ayuk Rice versus Jamar Chase, and up to you. Either or. So let's go Jamar Chase, Drake London here.
Drake London, yeah. I would choose David's side. I don't think anyone beats David's wide receiver core.
I agree. I agree with that. I don't think it's too far off. Michael still has the possibility of boom weeks from those players, Ayuk, Pickens, and Rice. But so does David, right? But David, I would agree. I'd rather go with David's side. Trey McBride, is he going to play this week? I think that's the biggest question here. He's dealing with the combustion. I don't know about David's backup plan here, and I think Hayemi's been doing well for you, right, David?
Not
Oh,
I
not
needed
last
him.
week.
I needed him to get
Not
20
last week.
again last week. To be honest, I needed him to get.
20 and a wonder. Oh man, tough. All right. With that being said, you know what? I think Michael's gonna keep his role here, and Michael's gonna go 2-2.
Wow.
I think I would choose Michael. I would have saved this matchup for the last because I think this is the closest match of the week.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I think these guys are super close. Even like, yeah, I think I would Jaden Daniel. I said Joe Burrow, but I think Jaden Daniel by a little bit. And I think this is like the closest matchup of the week easily. I think this gets decided by like 5 points or
You
something
know what?
like that.
I do
10.
agree with that. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
You know, the matchup of the week I put up is just because of your pure hatred. But David, you got yourself.
Yep.
All right, let's move on. James and Vin. David, you want to break this down for us?
Yeah,
James and Vin.
James and Vin, where are they? Right here. Okay, right here. I got them. Well, I mean, we got a little sneak peek, right? From Brandon Albert. So actually, I would say that's a pretty good
Yeah.
game from him. Like I would say James
Yeah.
survived the Brandon Aubrey, right?
He
So
missed a 50-yarder today. I think we were
Yeah.
watching it together, so he could have
Yeah.
been 16, right? So go ahead.
Sam Darnold versus CJ Stroud versus Jacksonville. I mean, in a vacuum, I'd have them as a push, but bounce back game from CJ Stroud against Jacksonville. We saw what Josh Allen did to them.
Mhm.
Kamara, and I'm having Ford here versus I guess Brian Robinson and K9. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely lean the James side here. I don't know if Ken Walker plays. Sharps looked really good
Yeah.
recently, and so yeah, I slightly lean James. I have it a little closer. DK Metcalf and JJ versus Amari Cooper and Tyreek Hill. Amari Cooper is playing at Las Vegas, so we know how Amari Cooper at away games. I think at
Mhm.
away games he goes off, right?
Yeah,
Or
it's
is it?
one or the other. Yeah, something like that. He either
Yeah,
does.
but Tyreek Hill doesn't have it doesn't have
Yeah.
Tua, so I'd
Yeah.
lean James here. I mean DK and Gino have been going off together.
Yeah.
Likely and Kincaid is a push. Michael Wilson and versus Rashad White, I have it as a push. Because Michael Wilson versus Washington, they're very susceptible. We saw what Joe
Yep.
Burrow did to them.
Yep.
And Rashad White, he's not that good. He's losing work to Bucky Irving, and so yeah, I have it as a push there. But overall, who do I have winning here? I'd actually probably lean James's side. He needs to put in a kicker, but I like James. I like James's side here, and I like New York Jets versus Denver against Bo Nix.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I lean James here.
I agree as well. I'm gonna go with maybe starting. I mean, he's probably gonna have to start Cam Akers if Kenneth can't play. Other than that, James is gonna play Jordan Love over Sam Darnold. I think this week, if Jordan Love is good to go. So, even with all that being said, I think James takes it this week.
Yeah, this is another tough one too, because it's gonna come down to Monday night. I think DK Metcalf and if K9 plays, and then James, Michael Wilson's a great. I think he's a great play, but also you're starting Michael Wilson in your flex. You don't feel good about that. I mean,
Yeah.
he's good. He's good for what he is, but you don't feel good about that play. I would choose James, but I feel like in my heart Vin would win, so I'm gonna go Vin.
Okay. Here we go.
Going with this heart.
Yeah. All right.
Let me
Chris
break
versus
down
Royce.
Chris versus Royce here.
Yeah. You want to start this one off for us, Jonathan? Just because I got to be neutral here.
Yeah, let's see. Okay. Chris versus Royce, that piece of shit Royce. Okay.
I
Oh,
weaponized both teams. It's just
Yeah,
my
I know.
roster playing against each other.
yeah. Both of these guys got new weapons, new shiny toys.
New weapons. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Dude, he's not playing. He's not even playing any of his
He's not
new
even playing
weapons.
No,
Deontay. He's playing Chuba.
He's got Baker.
Chuba.
He's got Baker in.
Oh, he's
And,
playing
and
Okay.
Baker. Yeah. I think I would choose Royce because God forbid Chris win any week without CMC. I mean, Chris hasn't even proven he could win anything without CMC.
That's
I mean,
true.
this
He
is
really
like
hasn't.
seriously, try to win something without a white guy running in your backfield. But with all that said, I would choose Royce. I actually choose Royce by a lot. I think Royce is pretty comfortable in this matchup.
Mhm.
I would say because it's just like QB, whatever. I guess I would choose Goff, but like the running backs, Chuba Hubbard, Devon Achane, I like. Juwan
Actually, I don't
Jennings,
like Javon Chan too much this week. I mean,
no.
we thought he would be getting more checkdowns like he did at the end of week 2. Oh, there he is.
There this guy
Oh,
is.
just
Oh,
in
right in
time.
time for his
Go.
for his
Just
matchup.
in time for his
But
matchup.
Really?
anyways,
Yeah.
I don't think Devon Achane is gonna do too well this week
Cap.
because we don't
He's
we have
against
never
Tennessee though. Tennessee stinks.
we've never seen him with Tyler Huntley or whoever is gonna be quarterbacking that team, and I just don't think I think the offense would be just too inept to get like he'll get like 10 points, but he's not gonna have like the James
Yeah.
Conner. I guess James Conner didn't do that well last week either, but
He didn't. He didn't.
Connor's going against Washington.
yeah, he's going against Washington. Anything
Eight-
is. I mean, look
Achane's
at
a
what Zach
check
Moss
down
did against
god.
Washington. But yeah,
And then like wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb, Chris Olave. I think people should have bought low on Chris Olave like what week 1 or 2 if Royce was down.
I
'cause think
tried, bro.
Yeah, because like the New Orleans was like they were just scoring so much. It was just so crazy that Chris Olave wasn't
Yeah,
a
it
part
wasn't
of it.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy because he's just the most talented guy on the team. So you gotta choose the wide receivers.
Outside of Kamara, but Kamara scored 5 touchdowns.
That's
The
true,
Jinx
that's true.
had him.
Yeah, that's true. But Juwan Jennings, I don't is lightning bottle can it happen twice? And then tight end, I mean Mark Andrews is just so stinky. He's
so
stinkier than-
stinky.
He's just so stinky.
He had a goose egg.
Goose egg, and I was listening to like some pause. They were saying he only ran 4 routes the whole game or 5 routes the whole
Last
game.
week,
Like
last week.
that's just that's crazy. Like how many snaps you played, you blocked. I don't know what the
He played
percentage is.
33% of snaps too. He
Yeah.
played a low amount of snaps.
And only ran routes on 5 of them. That's insane.
Yeah.
And then Terry McLaurin versus Roma Dunze, I guess. I mean, yeah, Terry I think made all of his points off of like 2 catches last week, but
2
still, I think-
touchdowns. Yeah.
yeah, a touchdown and like a stopped at the 3-yard line. So I think overall I would choose Royce, but again, I'm going with my heart. I want Royce to be tilted, especially now that I see his face on the screen. Like I want him to lose even more. I was already gonna like leaning toward Chris, but now that I see Royce's face, I for sure want to see his sad face or his, like maybe in his sleep he's like twitching his mouth or something like that. And then so I'm gonna choose Chris.
Yeah, I also lean Chris over here.
All right.
Anything we would change.
I'm gonna slip Royce like a couple Adderalls into his water.
Nah, bro. I'm gonna take fucking
Put the shit in
Ambien.
his
Yeah,
water.
he needs some
dude.
Ambien.
I think Royce has a decision between Terry McLaurin or playing Deontay Johnson here. Whereas Chris's team, I heard Lad's supposed to have a good game this game, but you got to put on.
Come on now.
But you got
Herbert's out,
you got to
right?
have the courage.
Not sure yet.
Not yet. I think he practiced.
I was definitely staring at my lineup and actually contemplating playing Wandale, but now I'm kind of glad I didn't because
He had 10 catches.
What?
No?
Wandale had a good game. Wandale had a good.
catches. No, I'm getting like 17
Bro,
points
he
in my
had
flex this
11
weekend.
catches.
Catch. Holy fuck.
I'll shot bet you Wandale does better than one of your receivers.
Bro, shut up, John. You have Malik Neighbors. He had 12 catches, bro.
But just 11 catches and only 12 points? That's insane. Doesn't mean he catches it for like 5 yards or less every single time.
Yeah, he's.
Royce, you want
Chris,
to
let's shot better matchup.
Oh,
Yeah,
shot
let's
better
do it.
matchup.
Okay, there we go.
I'll double up with you. I'll do Wandale does better than one of your wide receivers. One of your other wide receivers.
Any
you
of
guys can play.
them.
Besides CD, yeah.
Well, yeah,
One
CD's
of 'em?
already gonna beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so just better
take
than
that bet.
Olave or McLaurin.
Olave and McLaurin. You think he's doing better than Olave and McLaurin or McLaurin?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Either
One
way.
of them.
I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet.
Okay.
Let's
All right.
do it.
Perfect.
First
Oh, no,
shot bet of
whoever-
the year.
Whoever you start in the flex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I would say you have to start Deontay Johnson just because, I mean, you haven't heard what they said on the pod, but you got to play Deontay Johnson just because you got him. So,
Yeah, it's like playing with my new toy, right?
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
like,
it's
the
yeah, we just
flex
say-
player finally showed up
Yeah.
a little bit, so it's like,
yeah.
All right. David, who do you got?
I got you.
We obviously got ourselves right, Royce.
yeah.
All right, and then jumping into Nick and Timmy's matchup now. Oh shoot, I messed up.
Kyler Murray versus Mahomes. I like Nick here.
I agree. I
Let's
like
let's
Nick's
spend
too.
less than 30 seconds on this matchup,
Yeah.
All right,
please.
I got Nick. I got Nick winning. Are we
I
good?
think Saquon, Kyler, and Zay Flowers can single-handedly beat the rest of Timmy's team. That's a shot bet. Do you guys want to shot bet that?
Sure, I'll shot bill whatever, dude. I'm just.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Who?
Let's go Kyler, Saquon, and let's go Zay Flowers.
Zay
And Timmy's entire team.
is greater than Timmy's entire team.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
crazy.
Yeah, because honestly, when I look at Timmy's team, the only words I can think of is he don't want it because Timmy
Okay,
doesn't want it.
Okay,
he
actually,
he
let's-
won the league once and he don't want it anymore.
let's give Timmy some real analysis. We always skip over his match. I'll give you some real
Yeah,
analysis.
give us some
Timmy.
real analysis. Take a closer look at things.
You gotta play QJ this week, right? You
Like,
let him.
1000%.
dude.
1000%.
No, I will say no.
You play him
Just to
over
get
Khalil
this-
Shakir.
Just to get in his head a little bit.
All right,
right?
you gotta
The
play
volume is
QJ.
not there.
You gotta play QJ over Garrett Wilson, dude. I think
That's
that's the
spicy.
That's
That's
spicy.
spicy.
Hey, I'll shot bet.
Too much.
I'll shot bet QJ scores more points than Garrett Wilson.
That's
All right.
spicy.
Ooh.
All right.
All
Someone
right,
take the
all right.
whiskey away
I
from
like
this guy. Oh my god.
All right, there you go, Timmy. There's your real analysis.
Dude, Garrett Wilson
Yeah.
is gonna get the freaking Patrick
Yeah.
Surtain treatment this week.
Ryan.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
That's why. That
That's
is the
true.
main reason why.
But you can
Not,
also
not
just
that he's
bench,
not a better player.
just bench Khalil Shakir, dude. I mean, you're 0-3. You have nothing to lose. Just play with your heart at this point. 0-3. Who gives a
Just
shit?
play
You ain't winning.
QJ, dude.
Yeah.
Unleash
Just
him.
play-
Play with, play with QJ. For
You
sure.
got nothing to lose at this point. Your team's not
Yeah.
making it. And just play. Just
Play
have
some
fun,
crowd
dude.
pleasers, you know?
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk. We'll finalize these shot bets afterwards. But all right, I got Nick winning. Any other analysis you want to help them out with?
No. Nick, we
No,
all have Nick
Nick.
winning here.
Nick's got
Oh,
this
shit.
one.
My bad.
It would
John-
be a joy if Timmy won, but yeah,
It
he's
would
not.
be. It'd be.
It would
it'd
be
kinda
pretty funny.
Yeah.
What happened to our document?
We're good. We're good. My bad.
Jonathan, why don't you break down Ryan and your brother here? Who also
Ryan and my
has-
brother. I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna vote with my heart. I'm not even gonna look at the lineup. I would vote for. My pick is Topher. Even with the lineup here, I feel like I gave him the tools to win, and the tools not working out, but his other tools might work out because Dingleberry scored 4. Nico Collins didn't practice today, but fuck it, we ball. He's gonna win. I don't give a shit. Ryan's a piece of shit too. The other demon seed that Royce's parents gave birth to. And my brain says Ryan, but again, I'm going with my heart. I don't give a shit. I'll take a shot next week. I'm gonna vote Chris.
This
Topher.
guy is single-handedly submarining the guest win-loss record. Let me just gut feeling here. If Nico Collins plays, I like the Texans stack on your brother's side.
Yeah,
That's a very
divisional
good
opponent
matchup.
against Jacksonville.
Wait,
Yeah.
I just realized Topher traded for
Yes,
the
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
Keenan Allen,
Yeah.
Mike Williams stack.
Yeah.
Exactly. We were talking
He
about it
wanted
before.
it one. But
talking about it before.
I guess now that we have a sneak peek, I have Ryan winning.
Yeah.
Because we have a
Yeah,
sneak
Ryan
peek.
winning.
Yeah, with a sneak peek. Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. I take Topher too.
There you
Yeah. I think
We have no analysis.
no analysis, just gut feeling is Topher. I mean, come on.
Jonathan, let's proxy shot bet our brothers.
I love bros.
Yeah. Let's
All right.
proxy shot bet our brothers.
All right, fuck it.
Come
We'll
on,
do it.
brothers.
We'll do it. We'll
There
do
you
it.
go.
Right it. I'm gonna give him some lineup advice then on the side, not on the pod.
All right. With that being said, let's jump into our last matchup. I thought this was the matchup of the week just because of just Jonathan's pure hatred for this player
Oh,
Yeah.
and his Cheeto fingers. We got Jonathan versus
Prime
Yi. Dude, Yi's team is pretty down bad.
he doesn't have a wide running back. Another one.
He's playing Miles Sanders. Like I don't know what he's going to do.
And Miles Sanders about to go off.
Yeah, I gotta go.
No,
Jonathan.
I don't need
There's
that.
just no way. I gotta go, Jonathan.
Yeah, I got my head's going Jonathan here. But I think this is
imagine how sweet it would be that. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I think
No,
this is
no,
the
go,
week
go, go.
that I think this is the week that the shoe drops for Yi's team.
Okay.
I just think it'd be very funny if Yi goes 4-0. I think it'd be like really, really funny
crazy.
against Jonathan too.
Right.
I think it'd be so
That's
fun.
that'd be the sweetest music for me. Who do you got, Roy?
It's Jonathan.
That's Jonathan.
Yeah.
All right.
Yi's team.
I mean,
Yi's team is donezo, dude.
it's done. Yeah. I mean, it would be
Yeah.
poetic. I mean, I'm a little bit worried. I know we're making fun of Sand Eater, but Sanders was like, your first pick ever in fantasy football is like so like, it's like
Yeah.
a jewel, right? And Miles Sanders was my first pick ever in our first league, and the fact that Yi is playing Miles Sanders against me is just like it's just a bad omen all around for me. I feel like I would rather him I would trade him Gibbs and just for him to start out over Miles Sanders, but I think this is a bad omen if he plays Miles Sanders
I
against me.
feel like Miles Sanders gonna have a sneaky good
Yeah, he's
game.
he's gonna have a sneaky good game this week.
He's gonna have like 2 rushes for 2 yards and 2 touchdowns, like some shit like that.
He's gonna make it some way to the locker room and give him a good pep talk right before the game or something. But I mean, this league, I turned 30 this year. When you turn 30, you hold on to a lot of proverbs, and like this, David's a proverb man. This league, there's many proverbs that have been passed down, and like when I think of this matchup between me and you, it's just like if you want to get it done, do it yourself, and this is gonna be me because 3-0, that's just disgusting. I look at his team first place, like how he has everyone's dead. I just can't believe he's 3-0. Everyone's dead. And like we got one of the culprits here, Royce. I don't know how the fuck he lost to Knee. It's disgusting the way this guy's gone through it.
Because fucking Debo Samuel decided to play running back, bro. Like
I just can't believe it. I'm taking down Yi and we'll swat him like the mosquito he is, and give him his first loss.
Everyone, Royce, you got Jonathan?
Yeah, I got Jonathan.
All right, I'm gonna jump into shot bets just to sum up shot bets. We got Saquon, Kyler, Zay. Do we throw in Henry into that?
Nah, let's keep it at 3. Let's keep I think it'll be funny. I think it'll be funny. And it's not even the 3 best players.
Throw in Brock Bowers. Just throw in the Brock Bowers.
Throw in Brock Bowers. Throw in Brock Bowers. Tight end.
All right, and then we'll beat Timmy's entire team. What the other? I got QJ versus Garrett Wilson. Y'all interested in that one?
I mean,
I'll bet Garrett Wilson too.
Yeah.
I'll take QJ.
All right, perfect. All right, we got some action there, and then you got a proxy bet of Topher versus Royce and I have our own stuff going on. Topher versus Ryan. The big bros. The big bros got this.
Yeah.
The low bro bowl.
No,
the low bro bowl.
Fuck it. If I lose to Knee, I'll take fucking 5 shots on. I'll take 5 shots too. Fuck it. There's no way I'm losing. Knee, you only gotta put up half a shot. If you drink a little sip of the thing, I'll be happy. But I'll do 5 shots to every half shot you're willing to bet.
All right. Big brothers are proxy betting. We'll finalize our bet offline. Roy. Other than that, I think that's everything. You want to add anything on? You came on to Canal A. Is there anything you really want to touch on?
Walk us through the Deontay Johnson, Chuba Hubbard trade.
Okay.
Now, why are you so angry?
Just real quick. Okay.
There's a lot of context. So I tried trading Jonathan with Topher because QB and tight end, and Topher was interested in Goddard. So I offered Jalen Hurts to Jonathan, Goddard to Topher, and then I would get back Singletary and Dak Prescott, and then whatever would balance it out. But they ghosted me, and next thing I know, I see a fucking sleeper notification that the players I wanted got fucking traded. So that left me a little salty. And then I was trying to find trade partners. I hit up David just because I was tired of holding on to Tank Bigsby as a handcuff and waiting. Because I was thinking that Devin Singletary would like get doghouse at least once already, but I was tired of it, traded him, and I just wanted something back. I just wanted some action. And then
he just wanted some action.
Yeah, I honestly just wanted some action, honestly. And then I tried to the last minute with Jonathan because I wanted to trade before waivers came through. So yeah, I offered him Jalen Hurts for a like startable RB2 and something on top, and I was really interested in DJ. So he offered that, and then he wanted a little something back, so I gave him Zamir White, and he said I was a good sport, so he gave me 5 FAAB on top.
Yeah, look,
It was a very respectable transaction.
little booty slap at the end of it. You
I
know.
see. So
Yeah,
you're
little booty
high
slap.
on Chuba. So you think Jalen Hurts and Chuba are plus something? Is
Well,
Yeah,
you're
so you think
tired
that
of Jalen Hurts? Is
the
what I'm
difference
hearing.
between Hertz and Baker is more than Chuba and whoever you would start.
yeah, and also like I'm 1-2. Jalen Hurts is going into an early bye.
Yeah.
So I did not want to start like moving
see,
things
I
around like
see.
this early in. So
Uh-huh,
I traded
uh-huh.
Jonathan, but it all worked out too because when I played Jonathan for week 5,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts are out.
Yeah.
So
Works out. Yeah. It's a double.
week 5. Yeah.
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 Okay.
It works out really well. The fact that I play you week 5 and
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's all. We had an extra long episode today, so
yeah, extra long.
thanks for breaking down your trade, and thanks for joining us a little late, you two, or
Yeah.
Royce, and thanks for
Yep.
joining us, Jonathan.
Just gotta say thank you guys. I know David was tired coming home
yeah.
from work. You know, he's not a frontline worker like me. Or, you know,
Yeah.
I'm actually
I'm not used
putting
to
out the
this.
work I'm actually putting out the work out there in the field as a
Uh-huh.
nurse. You know, this guy's just in the office. You know, just being all comfy and
Just
shit.
a corporate slave.
Yeah, just a corporate slave, all comfy back there. But still, thank you for putting out the pod every week. And yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Thanks, y'all.
pleasure, and good luck this week, everyone. I'll catch you guys
Good
on
luck
the
this
next
week,
episode.
except for Chris. All right.
Peace.